The times are tough, and these tough times, they are leading us to a dreaded thing, depression. This is a common illness or a mental disorder affecting more than 264 million or 26.4 crore people across the globe, as per the data from the World Health Organization or WHO. Depression is not the mood fluctuations that people experience or short-lived emotional response to the challenges that a person faces in their everyday personal or professional lives. But when it becomes long-lasting with moderate or severe intensity, it becomes a dangerous health condition. Different people experience depression in different ways. It might be the cause for interference in their daily work, affect their studies, and also impact their relationships. A few medical conditions that become worse due to depression are diabetes, which is a common lifestyle disease, obesity, cancer, and asthma. The recent suicide of the Hindi movie industry actor Sushant Singh Rajput is a reminder to all of us that not having money is not the major cause of depression. There are people from all walks of life who might be facing this issue due to various reasons. A couple of examples are of Mr. Vineet Wake, COO of South Asia at Encyclopedia Britannica, who jumped from the 19th floor of a building in Gurugram in 2016. His suicide note stated the reason that he was under a lot of stress and was fed up of his life. Another example is of celebrity chef and world traveler Anthony Bourdain, who believed that food could bring people together. In June 2018, a couple of years back from now, he hanged himself in France. On the other hand, there are people who have fought their depression and they have come out of it. The Indian actress Deepika Padukone is an example. Moving to West, the actor Jim Carrey, he has dealt with this situation and has come out of it. In the recent COVID-19 times of social distancing, many of us, we've felt the stress. Some a little and others a little more. The students who were offered jobs and later withdrawn, the employees who have lost their jobs due to the pandemic, the businessmen, especially the small and medium enterprises who have been constantly fighting to get back the revenues, the children who are unable to go to school, and the homemakers who are stressed due to working overtime. What you see on the face of it might not be what lies within. Sometimes the signs don't even show up, but the thought that keeps twisting and turning in the mind with the ultimate goal of happiness. The people who are feeling depressed sometimes don't even know it themselves, or at least they do not admit going through depression. It is important for you to reach out to and connect with them. There are people in our lives, in our organizations, in our educational institutes who are facing this medical issue of depression. Do you want to help them? If you want to help that family member, colleague, or friend, the first step is to identify the symptoms. These symptoms, they can be different for men, women, and children. The men who are experiencing depression would show signs of high anger, anxiousness, feeling empty or sad, easily tired, using drugs, suicidal thoughts, inability to concentrate, sleeplessness during nights, headache, and digestive problems. The women experiencing symptoms like high irritability, feeling sad, anxious, or hopeless, loss of interest in activities, withdrawing themselves from the social engagements, thinking about suicide, decreased energy level, aches, pains, or headaches. The symptoms in children could be feeling of incompetence, constantly crying, refusing to go to school, avoiding friends or siblings, difficulty in concentration, digestive problems, difficulty in sleeping, or sleeping too much. If you observe these in anyone you know, the first step for you should be to communicate with them openly. There are times when these individuals would themselves be unaware of them suffering from depression. You can act as a person whom they confide in and speak about their problems. You need to provide that confidence to them that whatever you are discussing will remain between the two of you. And also stick to it. That way, the person will open up more about the problems that they are facing. As I have shared in my earlier video, when communicating, communicate using both verbal and non-verbal and syncing of the two. When listening, just listen till the speaker is done what he or she had to say. Remember, this communication with that individual is not a one-time activity, but it needs to be done multiple times so that the person trusts you and confides in you with everything. Give the person the freedom to connect with you 24/7. Share your love while having a heart-to-heart discussion instead of suggesting what is right for them as per you. Once you get the root cause of his or her depression and you think that there is more help required, consult a medical practitioner or a psychologist. Do not ignore the symptoms if they are getting repetitive or the mood of the individual is getting worse. If it is left untreated, it can lead to weight gain or weight loss, panic attacks, social isolation, and even self-harm. The students who are feeling cheated due to the COVID-19 and have lost the opportunities which they got through the campus placements, as well as the employees who lost their jobs due to it, they can start thinking differently. Instead of mulling over what went wrong, they must focus on what the future holds. And believe me, changing the thought, that's not an easy task. It takes immense focus and constant conditioning of the mind to alter the course of thinking. They should research more about the benefits that the government is providing for startups in order to bring back the economy on track. A few of these benefits are of registration of startups by filling a simple registration form on the website, rupees 10,000 crore fund as venture capital, a tax holiday for 3 years, applying for government tenders, meeting other entrepreneurs through 2 startup annual fests, and many more. Exploring this avenue will direct the energies on a positive track. Redirecting the energy of children in a positive direction, that would help them in investing their time in creative and learning activities. You are a part of the corporate world and you have very less time to provide to your children. Ask yourself a question. Why are you working in the company you are an employee of? Growth? Money? Success? It can be any of these or maybe something else. When you keep asking these questions to yourself, gradually it will all boil down to one most important thing: happiness. And if happiness is why you do what you do, should you not be giving time to your children? With work from home becoming the new normal, there is some time that you are getting extra due to the reduced commute time to office and back. Can you look at having an hour or maybe an extra hour for your child or children? Every individual will have different responses, I'm sure. Some of my coaching clients, they have shared with me that with the work from home, the workload has actually increased instead of becoming lower. When I ask them to share their routine, I see a very striking pattern of not having a routine set for themselves while they work from home. But if a set routine is not there, it will build to the stress as soon as a new meeting request is received or a new task is allotted. Yes, these are times when the employers as well will have to take cognizance of the timings, which I had referred to in my video around work from home. You can watch it by clicking here. The managers and leaders should not become over ambitious to get immediate responses to every mail they send. Ikigai is a Japanese word that translates as a reason for being. Finding the answers to two Ikigai questions which will help you are: what do you need? And what do you need to be happy? Find the answers to these for you or for the people whom you care for, and it would help. A few other tips to fight depression would be to meditate, which has so many options available online nowadays. Relaxation training, problem solving treatment, and many more. Try to explore these and help the ones with the symptoms to enroll into these courses. It would help in reducing the stress levels and coming out of depression. Effective communication with an open mind for the preliminary diagnosis and empathetic or therapeutic listening are two skills which will help you in this direction. Focus your attention to these. Remember to subscribe to your learning channel, Neil Kapoor, and share this video with all your friends and contacts. If the shared information can help someone in starting their journey out of depression, it would be an important step in the positive direction. Keep watching, learning, and growing. You have all the power. And remember, you can do it. All the best.